What's up, guys? Okay. Market open in 5 minutes. Let's check it out. Here's the data you can see so far. I mean, this QQQ trade. Did we get the Dow entry yet? No, Dow might have missed us. Anyways,
Why Cam is small in Kickstream?
I gotta make it bigger. Sometimes I make videos, right? So I gotta change things. There you go. It's a bit bigger. Right. Looking at gold, like this is exactly what you would have wanted it to do, right? Everything is playing out perfectly. You can see they might have front run that level, so it could come down. Here's the level. Actually, they might have front run it. But it does look relatively bullish. Bunch of failures on the bottom side. I think it'll just shoot up. Probably just shoot up today. You know, you've got failure there in the 4, right? So this level's already been tested perfectly fine. Probably just gonna break it and go to the next one up. Go to 53 today or something. Hope I'm good today. Yeah, of course, every day is good. Never had a bad day in my life. Right. The NQ. We are long on the NQ through QQQ, of course. Now, what happened with this is we regained this level yesterday.
What's the definition of a bad day to you?
There's no such thing as a bad day. I have good days and I have lessons. I've never had a bad day before. You're allowed to have one bad day per lifetime. That's the day you die. So so yesterday we regained this level, right? And I told you, hey, it's going to bounce off that and then go up to this one, right? Same thing's happening. We regained this level now, which is the level that brought us to that high, right? So what's going to happen is there's a good chance we retest that and then go to the next level, right? Right, something like this. I can delete all these confusing circles everywhere.
What if you go to jail? That a bad day or a lesson?
Never been to jail. I'm not gonna go to jail. And it would be a lesson. If you go to jail, you made a mistake because you're an idiot. It's a lesson. There's no such thing as bad days. Just delete all these lines. Delete them all. There you go. The cat needs to go out every morning. So. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, realistically, there are some bad days. If a family member gets sick and dies or something, I don't know. The only thing that I think is a bad day is if something happened that is not caused by you, that changes the course of life forever for the negative. That's a bad day. Okay? Something completely out of your control. And that doesn't count as like, hey, I blew my account. That's fucking your fault. I'm strictly talking death here, basically. Like, I'm including, like, you know, your wife left you or something. That's your fault. Completely your fault. Everything is your fault. That's my belief. Everything is your fault, essentially. Because it's illogical to think that the universe does things to you. Because then you can't fix it. It makes way more sense to believe that you have control over everything. So that you can actually improve yourself. Anyways, market open is pretty bland. So far. We think it might come down back up. Let's see. What about Bitcoin? Everyone wants to know about Bitcoin. What did I tell you yesterday? It was going to do nothing. Did nothing. Like, it kind of surprises me, actually, like, how accurate I'm even able to tell you, like, not going to do anything today. How did I know that? How old were you when you started learning trading? 13 years ago. 18. $2013 is when I was trading. I'm now 31. Right. So this is actually exactly what we said on Bitcoin too. We would retest this level, right? And then it would come down. Okay. It's going to come down here. Like, hopefully you guys are realizing that everything I say comes true always. It is always exactly what I tell you. All you have to do is blindly follow me. Do you trade strictly futures or do you dab on options? I would not trade options. I'm not retard. Options is retarded. Options promotes gambling. Why? Because options has this rubber band effect that the longer you hold, like the further it goes, the more money you make. Right? And like exponentially sort of thing. It's not linear. So it promotes degenerate behavior. And it's very fast paced. You can do options contracts that expire like tomorrow. To make it really volatile. So I'm not sure why you would trade options. Like, unless you want to gamble. Perfectly fine. If you want to gamble, go ahead and trade options, sure. That's probably what I would do if I gambled. I'd probably trade options because it's a trading related gambling system, right? Instead of just slots or whatever. What do I think of gold? We've already talked about gold. It's going up, right? It's so fucking easy to trade, dude. What do I think? Shoot straight up. Market open, it would go up. NASDAQ, it would go down, right? Bitcoin's going to go down.
Nice pump on US 30.
US 30 pump. Nice. Sweet. Yeah, shame that we didn't get that entry, but what do they take? They really didn't take anything, did they? This is total bait, by the way. Edge Finder here.
NFP tomorrow? What do you think will happen with gold?
Yeah, let's look at the NFP. Oops. Well, it's going to depend on what the NFP news is, right? NFP is not tomorrow. Is it? On a Wednesday? What? Why is it on Wednesday? This is probably why it's slow. Okay, so here, let me break it down for you. Because honestly, it helps me understand things too.
Friday, but got shifted to Wednesday.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me break this down because it does help me too to talk it out. Because when you talk out what's going to happen, it's easier for your brain, and it's very logical. Fundamentals are super simple. Okay, so this is how we're going to talk it out. Okay. Is this right? Non-farm employment change. Okay. So the forecast. Okay. So this is the number of. Here, change in the number of employed people during the previous month, excluding the farming industry. Okay. So for the economy to do well, you want the employment rate to go up. And you also have the unemployment rate here, right? As a percentage, okay? So they're expecting the same number of unemployment as a percentage, right? And then I'm not sure exactly how that makes sense, but to increase in number of jobs available, right? So if it's basically, let's just talk the unemployment rate because I don't like the other one as much. It's easier to just talk a percentage, right? You can look here, okay? And you can see the unemployment rate has slowly been going up, right? So that unemployment rate slowly going up is bad for the economy generally, okay? So that's good for gold, right? Gold is always the opposite. If things are in struggles, it's going to be good for gold, right? But if the forecast is the same, right, and it comes out at 4.4,
is it safe to trade tomorrow?
If it comes out at 4.4, nothing's going to happen. But if it bumps up again to 4.5, gold's going to go up, okay? But the reality is unemployment rate doesn't really matter very much anymore because everything is AI. Like, we know that the unemployment rate is going to slowly be going up forever now, right? It's not going to go back down. More and more people are going to be reliant on the government. More and more people are going to be reliant on AI, right? Things are going to get maybe not cheaper because of hyperinflation, but things are going to get easier for companies to produce for cheaper on their cost end, right? So ultimately, they don't need to hire anyone anymore, and then the unemployment rate goes up, right? If there's no jobs available because everything's taken by computers. There's a freaking sick website. Have you guys seen this? Wait, Rent a Human. Look at this. Rentahuman.ai. Robots need your body. You can register as a human, and then AI will rent you to go do tasks in the real world. Would it make sense to enter gold now? No, it made sense to enter gold when I told you to. When I told you to at the bottom here. For 3 days ago. Does it make sense to enter gold now? Maybe I would say 50-50, right? It's like it's this is a point where I would say it's about equal risk to your reward sort of thing, right? Does it make sense to enter now? Maybe. Probably like it's random at this point, right? If you entered gold up here, I would say no. If you entered gold down here, I would say yes, right? You're in the middle of the range. So it's 50-50 really. So now we were working for AI. Well, if you think about it, dude, humans are going to be the apes of the new world, right? We're the dumber species now. AI is already smarter than humans on average. What's the IQ of AI? Look, Claude has an IQ of 135. Right? Gemini, 126. Right? So they're already defined as a genius, basically. A genius is 136, right? Right? Like, here, in 1 year, so look at this. Well, a year ago, AI was only 96 IQ. So they were on par with humans. So we are already the dumber species in the planet, which is sick, dude. Like over every country, I think like Japan has the highest IQ or something. IQ of each country, right? And some of you guys watching this might get offended by, you know, what country is the lower IQ. I think Japan is like the highest. It's all the Asian ones. The stereotype holds true, right? China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, yeah. You know, they have the highest IQ. And on average, it's only a bit over 100, right?
What's a safe SL for gold normally? Top dollars like 10 or 20.
What's a safe stop? Like, your question's stupid, dude. Like I don't even I don't even understand what the question is. Top dollars like 10 or 20? $100. That's a safe stop loss. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even understand the question, dude. You want to know how much you should lose? What do you think of platinum in the future? I think all metals will do well. I think all metals over the next decade are going to do incredibly well. Okay. This is my overall. I wrote this down, and I might modify this. Okay, I might modify this so it's a little clearer. Okay. So these are the three major things, right? You've got the stock market, the NASDAQ sort of thing, right? You've got gold and all other metals, and you've got Bitcoin and crypto, okay? So NAS is the big one in the stock market, gold's the big one, and Bitcoin's the big one, right? They have nested version, metal, crypto, stocks, okay? So this is basically what I think, okay? So at some point in 2026, everything will be crashed, okay? Everything will be doing shit. Bitcoin is already doing shit. NASDAQ will probably crash, and there'll be a flash crash on gold sort of thing, right? Gold will not sustain the crash, okay? So Bitcoin down 2026, and then up for the next 3 years. NASDAQ up for this year, and then down for the next 3 years. So the inverse of Bitcoin, right? Right. And then gold, I'll just put this down for flash, right? So it's not going to be down like Bitcoin's going to be down. And then gold is going to be going up. So overall, I think gold, so metals and cryptocurrencies over the next, decade are going to do super, super well. And then NASDAQ after this, 2030 up majorly, because this is when the AI starts to win. Okay. Can I do that? AI wins. Okay. Okay, let's make it a little bit more organized. Can I do it like this? Make it like that. Make more sense. And then after like 2030, I think 2030 plateau. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. Now a good time to buy Ethereum. Never is a good time to buy Ethereum. Ethereum's terrible. It's a dying project made by an autistic idiot that doesn't actually know any use case. He just knows some weird tech shit that he made and hasn't done anything to it for years. So what's with all these people saying AI companies are going broke? They are, kind of, right? Are we crashing right now? Let's watch this. I'm down a bit. Yeah, so AI companies are spending more. So here's the thing, dude. What are the top AI companies, right? Can I see just an image? This would make it easy for us. Okay. These are not AI companies. Okay. Wait. No, this is not what I'm looking for. Most AI companies are just like wrappers around ChatGPT. I'm looking for like the big six.
Who is the Today broadcast?
Here we go. Okay, so you can look here. I think this might. Okay, so this is the battle right now. You've got OpenAI, which is ChatGPT. You've got Meta, which is Facebook. Amazon. You've got Google. You've got Microsoft. There's Apple right there. It is Apple down here. And then so these are the top six. Okay. Right. These are the six companies that are competing for AI right now. Palantir uses AI, but it's not an AI company. NVIDIA is infrastructure for AI, right? So these companies have fucking shitloads of money. So they can just start creating stuff, right? So what AI for them is basically R&D right now. It's research, it's development, right? So they're not actually making any money off that AI, right? Do you think how is ChatGPT making money? Subscription service? No, fuck, that's retarded. Do you think the price, like subscription service is like $12 or whatever, dude? That's like Netflix. Do you think their servers that they have to run are on par with the cost of Netflix servers? No. Fucking 100 times more expensive, dude. So the amount of money that they have to make is so incredibly high, right? They're not making any money right now. All this is for all 6 companies is they're racing to create something that will be useful later, right? So right now everyone's in euphoria mode, trying to jump into AI. That's why the stock market's doing so strong, right? Everyone's trying to jump into AI here on this move, and eventually it's going to crash and it's going to come back down to 10K, right? I think we're going to get a big old pump of some sort mid-year, right? From when OpenAI goes public. They're going to realize that it makes no money, and then over the next 3 years, we're going to be coming down here, right? And then we'll be at 10K again in 2030. And then from there, that's when you buy. That's when you buy the stock market again, because now the AI starts doing shit 3 years later, right? You're gonna dump down like 60% though, 60% plus. I think we're gonna lose a lot of money. Economy is gonna be destroyed. All right, somebody said gold is dumping. I don't believe them. Yeah, I don't believe them. I don't believe you. Gold's not doing shit, bro. You guys are like hyper vigilant from nothing. You guys are like a scared girlfriend that think that's like hyper vigilant, that like you're lying to them or something. So they try to catch everything. They're watching. Does this make sense? It's like watching to catch you in a slip up, right? You're like watching to see if gold. I gotta watch to see if gold is dumping right now. I have to watch the move. I know what's gonna happen, Buy the premium subscription, I guess. No, yeah. ChatGPT doesn't make any money. They lose money. They're unprofitable business. OpenAI is unprofitable. So like, and then they're quoting that they want to get $1 trillion.
Looks like it's failing to make a new low.
Yeah, the Nasdaq's gonna be going up, continue to go up. Yeah, nice. Honestly, I don't think I want to look at anything like less than like the hourly from like this forward on. Everything below like multi-hour is just a waste of your time. Let's be real.
Updates Maven offering UPI now and launch new dashboard.
Yes, sir. There's a new Maven dashboard, and if you are Indian, I think Indian is UPI payment method on Maven. So if I'm new to investing, I have 2K. So do you wait for 50K price drop before buying it? Or DCA? Oh, you're talking about Bitcoin? Just think about it. What's your goal with Bitcoin? Are you investing? Then buy. Right? This fucking doesn't matter, dude. You're investing. Who cares the price? Like, you literally said you're investing, right? So why are you even looking at the price? Like, we can ask that again. If you're investing in something, why are you looking at the price? Price doesn't matter. What is investing? The belief that a project will continue to grow in the future and be more valuable than it is right now. That's what investing is. A belief in a project. Right? How long do I hold my trades? Up to years. It doesn't. There's no answer. Every trade is different. It could be a day, could be a year. Will Maven be a broker? I mean, technically we are. We have broker licensing. We just don't offer. We just don't offer deposits. Because why would you, honestly? Like, why would somebody want to trade on a CFD broker? And like this, I don't really understand why you would, really. I mean, maybe some people do. If you're not Western, if you're not from North America, maybe it makes sense. What is this chart? This is Bitcoin. Yeah, just like whoever was asking, like, should I wait for a lower price? Who cares? Why do you want, like, ask your, like, you guys like need to be spoon fed sometimes for like things you can just ask yourself. Why do you want a lower price? And then like, well, the answer is going to be like obvious. Is like, oh, because I want more Bitcoins. Okay. So just buy more later, I guess. I don't know. The thing, if you think about it realistically, is if you wait for the lower price, you might miss it. And then you don't get to invest at all. Okay? Now, mind you, you have to be smart with it, right? Like, 90% of you wanted to buy at higher prices. But now that the direction is down, you're like, oh, I'll wait. So now all of a sudden you have patience because it's going down? What fucking sense does that make? It's cheaper now than it was. You probably would have thrown that money in when it was 100 grand because you're like, oh, it's going up, right? And now you have patience. It doesn't make any sense. I do the opposite, bro. I FOMO when it's collapsing. I get impatient when it's I still wait sometimes, but I get impatient when it's collapsing. Right? Like I bought more here. Right? I'm going to buy even more down here, 50K. But there's no, and there was no fucking chance I was buying Bitcoin above 100K. That is the dumbest shit ever. If you think about what you're doing with investing is how fast can I double my money? That's what my opinion on investing is. So why am I buying, right? Because I want to double my money, okay? That's it. I only want to double my money. So if it's at 100 grand, how fast am I going to double my money, right? You can't lose, by the way. If you're investing, you cannot lose. You can only waste time, okay? You cannot lose if you're investing. Unless you're an idiot and you invest in something stupid like Beyond Meat. Okay? Show you guys Beyond Meat. You got to be an idiot to think this is going to do well. Oh. Imagine being like, I'm not knocking veganism. I'm not knocking veganism. Like, I got some friends that are vegan. I think veganism is healthier than the American diet. I think it's less healthy than optimal diet, but it's still a decent choice, right? People choose veganism to improve their health. Sure, they can, and I think it's okay. Okay. But this is moronic, right? Can you imagine being a vegan and be like, this is going to change the world, invest all your money into it, and then fucking lose everything? This product was absolute fucking rubbish. What about, an Oatly is the other one. Do they have Oatly still? Look at this one. Here, wait. Let's see how well it did. Fucking Oatly. Yeah, okay. This, do you know what Oatly is? Like, it's a oat milk alternative product. Oh, wow. That looks like almond milk. That's kind of nice. Do you know what it's made out of? It's fucking all oil. It's just sunflower oil blended with oats. You're drinking a carton of oil. Why is everyone ditching Oatly? Due to concerns of sugar and inflammatory oil and emulsifiers. It is literally sugar, sunflower oil, and thickener. That's it, which is oats. It's like the most unhealthy thing possible and tastes like shit, but it's branded as healthy. So it just collapsed. IPO'd and then rugged. Can you imagine being the guy who made this and just fucking laughing? I prefer to drink avocado oil. Yeah, I mean, avocado oil, drinking pure avocado oil in your cereal would have been healthier than drinking this shit in your cereal. This shit is literally sugar and sunflower oil. I wonder if they've got the nutrition facts here.
Someone hacked Oatly computers and flipped their charts. They feel they are going high on Stocks PR.
Look at this. Wait. Look at this. Okay, so we're going to read the ingredients. So oat base, which is water and oats. And then you have rapeseed oil is the second. So rapeseed is canola, right? But they didn't want to say canola. They wanted to make it sound healthier, so they said rapeseed, which is the plant. You know the name canola came because rapeseed sounds so aggressive that they changed it to canola because they didn't want people to think that they're going to get raped. That's true. That's a true thing. Canola oil is rapeseed. So it's oats blended with oil. 50% of it is oil, and then you've got thickeners. That's it. A bunch of chemicals. That's literally it. I wasn't kidding, dude. I use almond cow machine to make homemade almond milk. That's pretty sweet, dude. I'll give you props for that. To make homemade almond milk is pretty sweet. I don't like almond milk because it tastes like fucking rotten almonds. It tastes like you know when like a nut
See that headline? The
goes
boring
black?
soda HA.
You know when a nut like kind of goes black and it gets this like fucking bitter like tang? You know, it's like a stale nut. That's what almond milk tastes like to me. So I drink only I drink Fat Boy full fat milk, and I drink raw milk too. Do you know raw milk is illegal? Because it can have bacteria and make you sick. Isn't that stupid? This shit is amazing though, dude. I don't know. I think in Europe you cannot have raw milk in Canada. It's illegal. You go to jail for selling it. I'm not even kidding. This is more illegal than like drug dealing. Selling raw milk is a harsher fine than being a drug dealer. Isn't that crazy? But I think you can get I think you can get goat milk actually somewhere, eh? Yeah, and you can get raw cheese, which is, it's weird. I don't understand the rules. Like I think it's because like they don't want poo or something in the milk, and it's harder to, I don't know. So looking at, let's look at that 4-hour close on the gold. We got a failure. Nothing too critical, you know, kind of this just range lock thing. I think they're gonna chill and not do anything today. If we look at it, nice rally back up on the QQQ. Super bullish. I told you it was probably going to pull back, right? To where now? Thought it was going to pull back a bit deeper, but yeah, QQQ would be nice. See the Dow's continuing. I'm going to close this so that we're not going to take that trade anymore. Bitcoin, dump it down a bit more. Easy. Just doing what we want. Do I watch anime? No. Yeah, Portugal, you can have raw milk. How do you handle a loss? I don't care about money. It's pretty simple, dude. What do you think about quant trading? It's fine, I guess. Well, I don't like, you guys ask questions, I don't understand them, right? Like I am not a quant, so I'm not going to practice it. I know it works, right? Like it's you're just you're just like asking like a silly question, like what is a quant, right? It's, you know, mathematical programming based trading, right? So it's fine. It's you're probably not going to do it. So what quant is they use they bet based off of odds, right? Not based off of like individual trades, but like what is the like if this makes, I'm going to kind of draw this out. If they'll draw, I'm going to go to the NQ here, right? They'll draw the odds of each price being hit, so it kind of look like this, right? So like maybe this is like the odds, right? And then they'll hedge based off of all of the odds, right? So they'll put like a little bit for this price, more on this price, right? More on this price and a little bit on this price, right? So that it's averaged out to be profitable, right? That's what quant trading is. And then they automatically do it over time, right? So as price adapts, they add and remove to those trades. So what do I think of it? I think it's fine. It makes money. It's very difficult, and I can't do it. It's basically not using the chart at all. It's only using like a predictor, like future predictions of how price moves. Basically. We're still in gold, yeah. This gold trade's running to the top, dude. Pretty obvious. You want to get into quant? I mean, yeah, go for it. You're gonna have to go to school for that for sure. Or like that's gonna take you a freaking this is gonna take you a long time to learn. Yeah, let's do a giveaway. And then in 50 minutes, Maven is having a podcast. I'm gonna be hosting a Maven podcast again. Again this week, through 3 weeks in a row, our guest fucking canceled. So, and if you want to win a giveaway, we're doing a giveaway right now. You have to be watching on Kick or YouTube in order to win. 5K instant is what the spinner just said. Kick or YouTube is the only place that you can win the giveaway. So, plus Maven to enter. There we go. Just start learning statistics. It's much more complicated than statistics. But to be fair, dude, AI is a much smarter than you at this point. So you could just use AI to help you probably. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I know what works for me. Oh yeah, talking about AI, dude, is like when like think about this. Would a monkey be able to conceptualize an airplane? Right? What do I mean by that? That sounds like a weird thing for me to say all of a sudden out of nowhere. A monkey is the, like, humans are the new monkeys when it compared to AI. Does a monkey understand what the fucking airplane is? No. Humans made airplanes. What do you think AI is going to make? I don't know. I don't know, dude. We're not going to be able to understand it. That's what's crazy is AI is going to get so smart, right? That they're going to make stuff we don't know what it is. Fucking flying. We won't even understand what, like, it will be more advanced enough. Let's look. What's the IQ of a monkey? We're the monkeys, dude. Apes have an IQ of like 25. So imagine when AI gets to an IQ of 400. You know what I mean? That's going to be the equivalent comparison. Is 4 times our IQ, right? I think a cat is like 20 or something, by the way. So like monkeys are a bit smarter than cats. What's the highest IQ of a monkey? Yeah, between 20 and 25. Anyways.
Next debate is 100 human monkey versus 1 AI.
Human monkeys. Dude. Oh, apes can reach. Wait. So apes can get pretty smart. Right. Apes can be like 90. But those are like the trained ones, right? Those are like the smart apes, not monkey. Chimpanzees are, you know. Anyways, when AI hits like hundreds of IQ, that's when we're the retards, right? And then AI is gonna start building stuff that we would never be able to. Like never be able to. Let's spin this for a 5K instant, I think. 5K instant, I think. Oh. Congrats, Okapipi. I don't know what your name says. Okipipi. Favor. Open up a ticket in Maven's ticket system. What's my trade today? We didn't take any trades yet. Still the same stuff from running. I want to see, are any of these charts like worth us getting out of yet? Copper's an investment. Apple, probably just want to leave Apple, honestly. Still gaining on Apple. Let's look at AMD. Let's get the AMD chart. We wanted, oh, it didn't enter us, hey? That's a shame. So close to filling that. We can, we'll add to the AMD trade. NVIDIA. Let's look at NVIDIA. Jesus. Wow. Just looking at some of these trades. All this stuff looks fine still. Let it run. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, I gotta go, boys. How much capital gains do you have to pay? Canadian capital gains are 50%. Do I use Interact Brokers? Correct. Yeah. Canadian one. Okay, talk to you guys later. I gotta bounce. Maven podcast in 45 minutes, okay? On the Maven YouTube.